Welcome to Bold Talks series where creativity, leadership, ideas, and innovation come together. My name is Epi Ludvik, and today I have a privilege to have a short one-on-one conversation with Benjamin Rivalland, CEO at WIN and EMUNDUS, building the digital backbone for how institutions manage applications, projects, and innovations with smarter, streamlined platforms. Benjamin, great seeing you. Welcome to our Bold Talks series. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. I'm very happy to be with you today.
Fantastic. Well, Benjamin, looking forward to this conversation. Take us back to where your journey with computers began and what made you want to build things with code.
Oh, it's quite a long years ago. The first computer I handled was a Minitel. Minitel, it's a French word for médium interactif par numérisation d'informations téléphoniques. It's kind of a computer that you use with phone, with a screen, with keyboards. It was before internet in France. And at this time, I lived in Rennes, the city, the town where this device was invented, offering services via telephone number. It was a very innovative solution because you just have to plug your Minitel on the phone as a phone, and then type a phone number and get information on your screen. So very, very early internet in France. And I used to have fun making line of characters to draw a picture on the screen. That's my first use of these tools because I was young. But 2 years later, when I was 10, my school teacher asked us to write a report on the history of the city of Rennes. And he made our writing available on Minitel. So it was my first online website before the web in France. I was, of course, very proud to show my parents that my work was accessible via Minitel. And following years, the same teacher gave us the first computer courses on a computer named MO5 and TO7. It was immediately hooked me, and I asked my parents to take a computer courses. So they found one that taught me the basic language, and that was my first connection with a computer and technological things. I don't tell you. I'm so
Sorry,
sorry.
this is amazing because I think there's very few people know, or they've been part of this early days of the computer. So about MO5 and TO7, how much of that curiosity still drives what you do today?
I was curious to see what could be done with these machines. The creative and playful sides of computing still drive me. Machines as of course involved in computer power, software, and now offer incredible possibilities that make computing accessible to a very large number of people, and it's no longer necessary to produce code to create with computer tools. So technical and technological objects are being adopted by a growing proportion of the populations. And we've seen that the LLM, the chatbots, and every new technology around artificial intelligence are very new, and a lot of people are using this kind of new technology. And so I'm still very curious about what this will produce, what we can do with this kind of new things, new technology, new usage. No, it's an English word. New kind of things that you can do with this new technology.
Yeah.
So curiosity.
Yeah. So now, Benjamin, when you are looking now in terms of EMUNDUS and WIN, what was that original spark or the problem that led you to create these two platforms?
Well, I created the first versions of EMUNDUS solution in an open source as part of a commission from University Paris 1 Panthéon-Sorbonne. They asked me to provide to university a software that enables them to collaborate with other European universities. And at this time, I have no idea that would turn into a business. It was just a one-shot work. But many years after this first release, the first version of the solution, I realized that many people call me and say, I heard about your software. I know we can deploy it. I know we can use it for our universities to make a sort of collaboration between our consortium, and I realized at this time that many universities were using my solution, so it could be interesting to make it a business. And then I decided to create my company in 2017.
And since then, many companies, when you look back, they try to digitize the internal process, and some of them are not successful. What's different about the way you approach this digitalization?
Digitizing internal processes means understanding the company's organization, its stakeholders, and the impact of digitalization. Within the team in EMUNDUS, we have cultivated a culture of service and consulting. This comes from my previous company, which was a consulting firm. So this means that we take an interest in our customers' problem before selling them a technical product. Some should say that it's not a business model that can scale. Yeah, when you discuss with people, it takes time. But we may grow more slowly, yes, but never at the expense of the quality of our customer relationships. For me, digitalize internal process for company first is to understand the company and what they want to do with digital with
Yeah, understanding like what will be, and what are the main things, for example, you see? What's the patterns that you see with customers? What are they looking for? Let's say collaboration, or what is the specific things that they look for?
Yeah, they want to collaborate, to make to win time, to spend less time for all the task, repetitive task. They want to be more what's the name, quick, just to do the thing more quickly. And sometimes they use our solutions to be the memory of the processes. When somebody quit the company, all processes, all the system they use to manage their collaboration is directly in our solutions. So the new person who are coming in the new company, just have to log in and have a look on what we already done on the system, and it's kind of learning of the how to use how to collaborate, how to do something, how to a memory of the process of the company.
If I would probably say, right, the onboarding, you're making the onboarding easy. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is also a big issue because a lot of the companies, they don't put a lot of attention to doing a proper onboarding, and that's where things really start to go wrong with the new hires, and then of course the other issues as well. But the onboarding is something that truly is so important. Now, you're based where, in France, Benjamin? How do you think France, or Europe in general, is uniquely positioned for such technology or such tools that you are that
Uh,
in
yeah,
comparison to North America, for example?
in Europe and in every country, digital territories are closing. Government around the world are closing digital borders, and in some cases, I think it's necessary because Europe is a kind of digital colony of American. We are using lots of American solutions. We host our data in American data center, and the issue of digital sovereignty is a tremendous opportunity for a company like our. We want to develop. We want to develop primarily in Europe. The market for us is Europe. Of course, we can sell our solution in perhaps Canada, US, but the opportunity for us to be in Europe is that Europe began to understand that the sovereignty is very important for the future. And of course, they put lots of regulation, responsive digital security, provide social responsibility. There was a lot of regulation in the digital world, actually, in Europe. And the company, EMUNDUS, is big enough to handle the accumulation of digital regulations. I think, yes, Europe has a unique opportunity for us to grow in Europe, and perhaps after that become a company around the world. Of course, I hope we will be able to sell our solution in different kind of country outside the European frontier.
Yeah. The way how I see it is I mean, just look at the cloud computing, for example, right? Between the big ones from the AWS and Google and Microsoft, just these three, they just pretty much dominate the market. And I would say primarily for North America and Europe. I'm not so much uh, for Asia because Asia has Alibaba's cloud, like China has been very aggressive in that. Now, I see, for example, Alibaba is putting a lot of attention in Europe as well to do the cloud computing. Do you see that also a threat to the European companies who are wants to be have their own sovereignty within a European jurisdiction?
Yes, for me it's a threat, of course, because if you start to host data coming from European population, if a war start between two countries, it's very dangerous for the country who lost his own data. So of course, the sovereignty of the hosting, the data hosting, it's a big question. I don't understand why in Europe we don't have a sovereign cloud computing. We have some great company like OVH, Scaleway. In France, they are both French company, and they can host lots of data. But of course, Amazon, the top one, it's very difficult to scale some big business without Amazon. But for our company, with it's a small company, we don't need to handle huge lots and lots and lots of data. We can manage our hosting in France and deploy our solution on premise. So if a client say to us he want to host his own data on this or another data center, it's not a problem for us. We can put the
Deploy in
solution on.
any of the cloud.
So for this kind of clients like Switzerland, yes, they want to have their solution host in their own cloud. So for this kind of clients, I put the solution on
Yeah. Now,
on premise.
what does the word bold mean to you?
Oh yes, I have a look on
On a
Google Translate. Yeah, that's good. For me, bold is what you see when you want to enlarge the typography. When you write something, you can click on bold and then you have something bigger. But I see it could be something like, well, I don't have the word in English. I'm so sorry.
no worries. So is it the risk taken? Is it what does it mean to you?
Yes, courageux, somebody who can handle some risk and try something new and want to do something. Yes, it's something like that.
Amazing. Great. Well, Benjamin, be great. Always be bold. Thank you for joining the podcast. I know you were hesitant to do this with me because you were saying that your English is not well, but you proven yourself. Your English is great. So don't tell that to yourself. And until next time, be great and be bold always. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.